What's up, YouTube? Today we are preparing for Shavuot, and I'm going to tell you guys what that is, and we are going to indulge in a lot of dairy things. My chicken agrees. It's an awesome time of year. All right, let's get started. We've got a lot of goodies to make. Welcome back to the island, everybody. It's been 7 weeks since Passover, and we have arrived at the holiday called Shavuot, which I unfortunately mispronounce a lot. This is when Moses descended from Mount Sinai and brought us Torah. It's also when we celebrate the summer harvest of grain and fruits. So I made sure to get some special goodies for this holiday. I've got dried fruit and nuts. I bought some black seed honey, and I had to get some fancy candies because it's a holiday after all. It's traditional to decorate with a lot of flowers, eat a lot of dairy products, and learn Torah all night long. We read the Book of Ruth, and there's my puzzle commemorating the Book of Ruth, the first Jewish convert. I can't just have regular looking challah, so for this holiday, I've got some round challahs that are gonna go in. That's gonna be pretty. I have been enjoying my new mixer more than I can say. It has been making my bread making so easy. The dough has just been perfect. So that's me rolling out the strands, and what I'm going to do is kind of roll it on itself. And I am making my ropes so that I can braid my challah bread. So I'm going to make 3 or 4 of those. I am a much better cook than I am a baker, but learning how to make my own challah bread, braid it, and have it fresh for every Sabbath is actually something I've really started looking forward to. It's peaceful, it's beautiful, and I don't have to be the greatest baker in the world to do something pretty for my Sabbath table. So figuring out how to just roll it up, super easy. Look, it was just a braid and I just rolled it up. That was it. Voila. I tucked it in a little bit. We will see how they come out. My gosh, they're looking so gorgeous, even though they're kind of like busting out all over the place. Still pretty. It's not perfect, but I think it's so beautiful. I like my holiday loaf here. I am filming in between taking care of my shanty business and cleaning houses. Shavuot is followed right after Shabbat. And as far as I understand, it's supposed to be a lot like the Sabbath in the terms of not filming, not having our phones on, but we can cook. So that means I'm trying to make an abundance to eat and have you guys see it without being able to film on Shavuot.
I'm going out.
Okay, you do that. We're still running business and running all over the place and taking care of parents and boats, and chickens, all kinds of stuff. So I'm gonna get started making my homemade cheese because dairy is what we are supposed to be eating on Shavuot, because we came to the land of milk and honey. So we're supposed to have all kinds of sweet things and cheese it up. You are absolutely allowed to gain 15 to 20 pounds during this holiday. So we need to get started. I absolutely indulged with the cheese. Where I order my meat from, they also have provisions and a ton of amazing cheese. So I got some Asiago, some Romano. Oh, I love Havarti cheese. If they had this in dill Havarti, oh, yeah, game on. And then some Danish blue cheese. Look at that, Mom. Wow. Gorgeous. So we are going to have quite a charcuterie board. Making homemade cheese is so easy. What I have is a gallon of whole milk. You don't want to use fat-free. You've got to have fat in your milk. That's what actually is going to clot and make cheese. And I just have it on medium. It might even be a little bit lower than medium. And just letting it simmer. Now, as I was standing there eyeballing the milk and making sure that it wasn't going to burn on me, I was thinking to myself, that dill Havarti really still sounded very good. Okay, it's starting to get frothy and bubbly. The first sign of a bigger bubble, I am turning this off. Yep, so that's when I decided I'm gonna make my own. So that's me taking it off the heat. You don't want to boil it. You don't want to burn your milk. And I am pouring in white vinegar. Watch it churn and you're gonna see it bubble and those clumps of actual cheese start to form. I always use white vinegar, but you can also use lemon juice. I added a tad bit more vinegar to really get that momentum going with the separation of the curds and the whey. Now it's at the point where I definitely see a lot of curds. So what I'm going to do is just take my spatula and kind of move it around, break the curds up gently. I'm going to take all of those beautiful curds and put them in my cheesecloth. I have the cheesecloth in a sieve and I have the sieve in another pot that's catching the whey. Let's speed this process up a tad bit. Beautiful. I've got all those gorgeous curds right there. So what I'm going to do is gather them up and try to make kind of like a ball so that I can take the top and really give it a good squeeze. I want all of that whey to drip out. Once in a while, I'll let it rest and then come back and try to squeeze out a little bit more. It's a process that I'll repeat a couple of times. And this is my last squeeze. There's still quite a bit in there. When I've reached the point that I don't think I can get any more liquid out, I'll go ahead and unwind and unwrap so you guys can check it out. Oh, and now the reveal. Look at that. Beautiful homemade cheese just from whole milk and white vinegar. Wow, look at that. I made sure to scrape off the little pieces of cheese that were still stuck on my cheesecloth, and I put everything in a glass container. I then took a fork and I mashed or crumbled as much as possible I was really pleased that my cheese was not wet. It was the perfect consistency. I definitely got most of the way out. I let my homemade cheese hang out with my store-bought cheese for a little bit, and then I added about a tablespoon of pickle juice, dill pickle juice, and dill weed. And let me tell you, it was the perfect dill Havarti. Oh my gosh. Completely delicious. I will be making this forever now. Very good. Next, I'm showing you guys my beautiful watermelon feta summer salad. This is so delicious. It's actually something that I had at, where was it? Secrets in Ocean City when Terry and I were on our honeymoon. It is so, so delicious. So it's balsamic vinegar and you marinate your watermelon in it. That's it. Overnight, and then I grilled it on the grill for like a meat substitute. I used butter, lettuce, romaine. I had some salad toppers and my feta cheese and this gorgeous strawberry vinaigrette. Oh my goodness, any vinaigrette would do, but what a summer salad. Beautiful, festive, and perfect for Shavuot. Terry absolutely enjoyed the watermelon salad. And more to come. I've got my table all set up. I've got my nice holiday bread. There it is. My beautiful flowers. I actually managed to get dinner on the table. And since I have a meat meal for the Sabbath dinner, that is actually plant-based feta in another summer salad because we went through a lot of them with this holiday.
Well, my wife specifically said not to use her kosher pots.
Thank you for remembering.
You're welcome.
Because crabs are definitely not kosher.
No. So I'm obeying my wife.
There you go.
Right.
I like that. This is the perfect interfaith table. Over here we have Shavuot, kosher, and over there,
non-kosher.
I made a Jell-O Cool Whip pie, and it tasted just like key lime. I had a charcuterie board with cheeses, fruits, nuts, crackers, vegetables, and I even put on a couple of little Torah scroll charms so that my guest had something to go home with. I indulged fully in every cheese that I had bought. And let me tell you, our homemade cheese was so delicious. I completely devoured that. And I needed it. We had summer salads, some wine, and earlier in the day, we had a big tray of homemade mac and cheese, which didn't get filmed. Thank you, everybody, for joining us and seeing how we celebrate together. Peace be with you.